We change people who control the bell. So the bell ring late a little bit. The bell have to ring before the time, about 15 minutes. 15 minutes before the time that we change the schedule. Like from you're walking to Dhamma Teaching, about 15 minutes before 2:30. That means you have to ring the bell at 2:15. Daniel, Santiago. Who is Santiago? Powell. You Powell. Powell. Pussy. Bruno. Francis. Catherina. Yarina. You are the youngest of the group. The youngest. 19?
No.
Huh? Oh, you?
I'm
19?
Yeah.
Oh, Katarina?
Yeah.
Right. Yarina. Not 19. Yuri. Elisa, right? This email doesn't have problem. Alisa? Huh? Ila? Elia? How to call you?
Adis.
Huh?
A-D-I-S.
E-L-I-A-S? Elias. Elias. Okay. Elias. Jarini. Jung. Okay, Jung. It's very hard to pronounce. Ulnish. Yune. Why? I cannot read. V or N, I don't know. Y-V-O-N-N-E. Huh? Yvonne. You. Your name is very small, not like you. Your letter. Very small. Why you? What is the spelling?
I didn't write it.
I wrote.
Oh, I see. Or your handwriting. I see. Why? V-O-N-N-E. Oh. So your name is Wone? Yvonne. Or Yvonne. Yvonne. You reach Yun. Elias, okay. Auntie. A-N-T-K-E. Oh. Huh? Anche. Oh. A-N-T-K-E. Anche. Oh. Very hard to read. Anche. The language going like this. It's easy for the owner. Joanna? Right. Okay. George. Easy. George. King George. A-E-E-D-R-Z-E-A.
Jasmine.
Huh? Jasmine.
Ian Stray.
Huh?
Ian Stray. People just call me by my initials because it's too hard to pronounce.
Jen?
Ian Stray.
Yen Chai. Yen Chai. Yen Chai. Yen. Like Vietnam. Yin. Yun. Yun. Yen. 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 From Poland. Or Mark. Diego. Huh? Diego. Okay. Portugal. Daniel. Very easy. Boris. Boris Yensing.
Boris left.
Huh?
He left.
Oh, left already. Oh.
Morning.
UK, from UK. Oh, this morning? Or after 3 days? Okay. Maybe he set his plan already.
No, he decided to go meditate by himself.
Oh. That means he said 3 days enough. If you set the plan for 7 days, you have to do it until the end of the plan, and then you will evaluate. If you leave before, then you cannot evaluate. Who else does not have the name here? Oh, you don't write on here. Oh, okay. Okay. You don't have also? Oh. Maybe you type only. You type only. Yeah. But yes, on the paper. I didn't copy. This time is 2:30 to 3:30. That's the time for Dhamma Teaching. And yesterday I was talking about 20 ways to happiness. 20 ways to happiness. And we have been talking up to 14. That's the 14 number of yesterday. That's Valentine's Day. So today I will review briefly and then just go to 20. We'll end today. 20 ways to happiness. If you have a simple life, or you run your life very simple, and you will have happiness very, very easy. If you run your life very complicated before you have the happiness. Like I mentioned, one American, they have one American, he have to spend a lot of energy per day until he can run his life. But the people in India have very simple life. You see that one American utilize energy one day equal 500 Indians. As I mentioned, you remember? So this means in America the people utilize a lot of energy. So I asked the question to the people who work with the development, that you want to develop the people from India until they can use the energy equal American people. And if the Indian people use energy equal to to American people, what happened to the world? Natural resources will have problem. Even now we still have global warming. You know global warming. And President Trump, he said he don't care about that. Vice President Al Gore, he got the Nobel Prize in environmental, that he really care about the environmental. And I think he has one video that's about, I can't remember the name. That's very good name. Unbelievable or thinking or something like that. Yes. That means the thing will happen in the future. That's what. The glacier, you know the glacier? You know the glacier? The glacier, that's the snow, the storage, maybe thousands of years. The glacier that's melted. That means the world will flood it with the water. And here, this land, no more land. You have to go up to Nakhon Sawan in 12 years. In 12 years, not very far. 12 years, and then you cannot have the place to live in the south. In the south is in the water. The thing will not true or not true, I don't know. But you can observe that the heat is coming up every year. When the rain stops, the sun comes and the heat come up very fast. You know, at the night time, it's very hot now. When the rain pours down, it's very cool immediately. Just temperature change very fast. So your body have to adjust very fast. If your body cannot function well, you have to go to the hospital. So the people who own the hospital as a private hospital, they are very happy when the weather change, because many sick people will come to their hospital. I have a friend who works at the hospital. He said or she said, oh, when the weather change, that's the owner of the hospital very happy, because that he will get the money. But the country not very happy, because when the people got sick, that means many things lose. You know that. Your family, yourself will get lost, so many things. Okay. This is my expression now, before I'm going to the 20 ways to happiness. Remember, number 1 is be grateful. 2, choose your friend wisely. Choose your friend wisely. Number 3, cultivate compassion. 4, keep learning. As I explained very long about it. Keep learning about 5 stations of learning. Number 5, become a problem solver. That's very good, I like it. Become a problem solver. I hope that when you finish this course, and then you are the problem solver anywhere in the world. That's why I work for you, and you will work for the world. Do what you love. Do what you love. That means you choose the best of all that you want to work for your life, and you put on your heart on it, and that the happiness will come. 7, live in the present, here and now. So I warn you again, anywhere where you were, you have to know how to set your mind. You have to set your mind in front of you. You have to be there and happy there. Nowhere to go, nothing to do except there, here and now. This is the best place for you now. The best of all, here and now. The other place meaningless now. See, here is the best. Because you are here, you cannot escape from here. Okay? So you have to set your mind anywhere where you were. 8, laugh often. We were talking very long about this, about laughing Laughing, there's two kinds of laughing. Laughing from ignorance and laughing from the right wisdom. Normally that we laugh every day normally come from ignorance. You laugh because you like it. When you don't like it, you will cry. That's ignorance. That means you cannot go away from positive and negative. So positive and negative still influence on your mind. Your mind not free. See that? This is my explanation. And then 9. Practice forgiveness. Practice forgiveness. But in fact, if you free, no need to give the forgiveness, because you never feel bad to anyone. So here today I would like to bring the Dutch philosopher. Do you know him? Spinoza. You know Spinoza. What did he say? I have made a ceaseless. Do you know ceaseless? Maybe you don't understand this word again. You know cease. C-E-A-S-E. Cease, that means stop. Cease fire, that means stop fighting. You know cease fire? Cease fire, when you fight between left and right, and then they will have cease fire. You know cease. Cease, that means stop. Mark, right? I have made a ceaseless. Ceaseless, that means you will not stop. Cease, stop. Less doesn't mean you will not stop. I have made a ceaseless effort. You know effort. I have made a ceaseless effort not to belittle, not to ridicule. You know ridicule? This word Americans really like to say. Ridiculous. Like Mark, did you hear about that word?
Ridiculous?
Ridiculous, yes.
Or
Yeah, in America, they really say this word very often. Ridiculous. Ridicule. Not to blame human action, but understand them. If you blame the human action, doesn't mean you don't understand them. If you understand, you will not blame. Because the behavior of the people, it has the cause. Why you got angry? Because you have ignorance. You see that the cause. The cause of angry. Because of you have ignorance. When you got angry, and then you get angry with the angry person, that means you are a very mad person. You know that? So when the people, that person got angry, you should be understand that he has ignorance. You see that? Understand what I mean? So this is from Spinoza. I have made a ceaseless effort not to ridicule, not to belittle, not to blame human actions, but understand them. So I will conclude with one sentence. Understanding, no blaming. Blaming, no understanding. Have you ever blamed anyone? That means you don't understand them. Before you understand the other people, you have to understand you yourself. Right? If you understand yourself, why you need the other understand you? If someone understands you, how you feel? Like, Bruno, understand me. How you know? How you feel? Feel very good. Oh, Bruno, you are a very good person. You understand me. What I feel, what I want. You see, you understand. So that you are very, very, really good friend. You see that. So if you understand you yourself, And then you need to understand the others. And if the other understand you, you feel very good. You see that? You need people understand you. So you have to understand the others. Okay? Can you do that? Please understand and don't blame anyone. Because all human being behavior, it has the cause. The cause of ignorance or cause of right knowledge or right wisdom. If the cause of ignorance, they will what? Do something wrong. Like they have what? Greed, they have lust. You know lust? L-U-S-T, lust. Just because of ignorance. You know that. If you know the people, you will not blame them. Okay? That's my adding. Okay, number 10. Say thanks often. Say thanks often. That means you gratitude to the people that all people that they serve you. So you thank all. And you see all things that serve you all the time. That's, I mentioned that you never alone. Even you alone. You are alone, but you are not lonesome. You know lonesome? Even you stay with crowd, you still lonesome. You know that. But if you know the truth, you know the truth of life, the truth of nature, you're never alone. Because you live with what? You live with all natures around you. Like this story. Old monk lives in the graveyard. You know, the old monk. You know graveyard? That they bury the body. You know graveyard, huh? The old monk lived in the graveyard, alone. And then the young monk came to him and he said, "Oh, you are very old, why you stay here alone? When you got sick and then you will have problem." The old monk said, "You are blind." You know? So the young monk bowed down 3 times. "Oh, old monk, please tell me. I don't see anyone with you. Who lives with you now? I am blind now. I cannot see anyone." Understand that? And the old monk said, "You see, I live with ants, with animals, with the wind, with the sun, with all natures around me. I'm never alone." You see that? Everything that supports me. You're never alone when you see nature, because you are nature and everything is nature. So you are with nature, all nature. You see that? If you are alone, that means you will afraid of the death. You will fear to die. You see that? That means you separate from the world. You don't know the truth of life and truth of nature. When you know the truth of nature, you will never alone. That there are many people, when they are single, they're really afraid. You know? They are afraid that when you get old, that nobody will come to take care of you. Especially in Thailand. I don't know, in your country. When you are single, when you get old, you will stay alone. But in America, even you have family, you have children, when you get old, you are alone. Because your children go away, right? And if you got married and maybe you stay with your husband or your wife, and when your husband go away, you stay alone. Like the story, one mother stay in one town and she lived at the apartment alone. His son is a medical doctor that he works the other state, very far away. And he never come to visit her because medical doctor that's very busy. to make the money as American dream. You know, Mark, what is American dream? Work hard, get rich, and retire. So he worked very hard. He doesn't have time to come to visit her mother. Her mother stay alone, and she got pension. You know, pension. That's the money from the government. And one day, the postman saw this at the post box full of mail, but nobody to come. So the postman surprised, what happened? Maybe 1 week already. So the postman broke the door, get into the house, and saw her pass away in what you call, in the bedroom. What you call that you can, what? Huh? Pen? In the pen. I don't know. What you call in English? That's, you take a bath in bathtub, huh? In bathtub, you see. That she passed away in there. During he took a bath and he passed away. 1 week in the bathtub. And the postman, he is the one who knows. The other people may not know. What happened after 1 week? That's bad smell in the house. Before that, when she got sick, she called her son, that's medical doctor. My son, I was really sick. And his son said, oh mom, I'm very busy. I cannot come to see you now. 1 week passed by. The second week, he called her son again. I'm very serious sick. Maybe I will go out, I will pass away. The son, even you really serious sick, I cannot come. And then when the postman saw her, and then the postman called back to his son, because he had the number, and called him, please come, your mother passed away. You have to come and get the properties from your mother. So his son have to come at that time. Come for what? Why he come? To get the properties. So they don't care about life. That's the way in America, the way of life. Not all, but some people have something like that. What do you think, Mark? Is that true in America? People will live in that way. Because your children after high school, and then you have to do by yourself. Your parents will not support you anymore. If your parents support you, that means you have to pay the money back to your parents. That means you have to borrow money from your parents. Your parents will serve you only at the high school. Am I right or wrong? Mark?
Yes.
Huh? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, this is the way. So, you have to say thanks to all people who serve you, and you serve the other people. And if you have this idea, you will not stay alone in the world. Okay? Number 11, create deeper connections. That when you think deeper, the connection of all things in the world, that everything is connected. You cannot stay alone in the world. All things, all people just connect with you. You have to think deeper and you will see. Okay? Number 12, keep your agreement. Don't create any conflicts. agreement. You are right, you are right, you are never wrong. Remember about the old monk and the young monk? Nobody wrong. And then meditate. That means you have to live with your mindfulness and concentrate on the thing that you are doing. Meditate. 13 meditate. And 14 focus on what you are doing. Focus on what you are doing. That's the way of happiness. When you focus on that thing, your concentration, your meditation will occur, and then the happiness will come. Because when your concentration or your mind stay at one point, and the characteristic of one-pointed mind, it has three characteristics. So, three characteristics. Number one, your mind pure. Pure, P-U-R-E, pure. Pure does mean purity. Okay, your mind pure. When your mind pure, what happens? That you will bring the highest happiness of life. That your mind very clean, nothing disturbed anymore. You know that, number one. When your mind pure, you have the highest happiness. And then if you use that kind of mind to work, what happens to your work? Your work will come out with the highest quality, because you work with your highest happiness. Even you wash your dishes in the kitchen. You know that? You wash and you smile to your dishes all the time. Or you wash the dishes and you complain. Oh, so many people just eat and lay this dish in the kitchen. I have to wash it. You complain. And what happened to the dishes? Been clean or not clean? You see that? That's the way. If your mind pure, and then your work come out very high quality. Like if your mind pure, you are happy, you listen to my talk. You will listen very well, you will get the benefit from the listening. Not because of my talk, because of your quality in listening. You know that. If you're listening carefully, you will get all things in the good way. Like I mentioned about a young monk who listened to the couple at the hotel. Do you remember? Did I say to you that the young monk in Japan, he stayed at the hotel and he listened to one couple, that they quarrel from early at the night until the dawn. So the young monk do meditation and listen what they are talking about. There's a big fighting. They listen carefully with concentrated mind. And in the last sentence, the ladies or wife said to the husband, "From now, you and I don't have anything more. No more." That means what? I don't know how to say in English. No, not divorce. Just separate. And she said that I have no mind for you. I don't know how to explain in English. That means I will not think about you anymore. That's from now that you are away from my life. You see? That you are away from my life. You will not come to my life anymore. The young monk listened to that sentence. He got enlightened. You know what that? That means nothing to come to my mind, to his mind anymore. It's go away. But the meaning is different. That means what? wife and husband will go away. And the young monk, that means all things in the world will not come to his mind anymore. So he got enlightened from listening at the hotel. So he paid very highly respect to that hotel that he got enlightened in Japan. You know that? You know what I mean? Mark? You cannot get it.
No, I didn't understand that.
Because of only one sentence.
Yeah.
That the wife said to the husband, thus I will not give my heart to you anymore. Okay, I will say it this way. I will give not my heart to you anymore. That means when I don't give my heart to you, that means you are meaningless. So when you don't want to give your heart to anything, your heart will free from all. That the young monk got enlightened. Young monk at the hotel, that he listened from the early of the night until the dawn. Listen carefully. So that means you listen with your purified mind. That's very high quality. And you can interpret by your way, not interpret as the people say. So that I said, when you listen carefully and then you can interpret by your own way and you will have your wisdom, not from my talk, but my talk just only the words only. So number one, that your mind can get, if you have what? Pure mind. Number one, happy, and you can do things very high quality. Two, your mind is stable. Stable. Pure, stable or firmness. I will use this word. Firm. You know. I think you heard about the word fit and firm. Did you hear about this word? Fit and firm. You know this word? Fit, F-I-T. Fit and firm, F-I-R-M. Fit and firm. That means you are ready to work. Firm, firmness. When your mind, stay at one point here. And number one, pure. Number two, firmness. When your mind firm, that means really stable. You can set your mind, what are you going to do and how long that you want to do. You will stay there, you will not go anywhere. Now you sit here 1 hour, you will be here 1 hour, you will not think other things. You see, you concentrate on that 1 hour, you can set your mind with that. That's firm. And what happened to your work then? Very good work. Because you concentrate on that. The last one is activeness. Purity, firmness, activeness, that's the quality of the perfect meditation. The perfect meditation. The perfect concentration of mind. If you have that, that's one perfect mind. So, what happened to activeness? What do you mean activeness? What is the goodness of activeness? Activeness. That means you can work very fast. You work very fast with your brilliance, your wisdom. You can see through, you can work continuously. You see that? Because your mind is very clear. You can see the thing, connection with this thing, you can see all. So, 1, purity. 2, firmness. 3, activeness. So, if you work out on your meditation here until you get one-pointed mind, you will have that. 15. This is very easy. Be optimistic. I think you heard this word, but you forget it. When you have problem, you forget it. Be optimistic. Optimistic opposite with pessimistic. Pessimistic, that means you think in the bad way. The world is cruel for you. But optimistic, the world so pleased, very nice to you. You know that? Optimistic?
Yeah, no, but I wonder that you say very easy.
Oh, if your mind at one point, you will look in this way very easy. But if your mind sick, everything is hard. Okay. Be optimistic. And 16. Love unconditionally. Love unconditionally. Unconditioned, you see. Because that thing you cannot control. You love it. Unconditioned. No condition when you love. Love without condition. Mark, you understand that? If you have condition, you will have problem. Because all things change. Love with unconditioning, that means you love from your right wisdom, not from ignorance. 17. Don't give up. You see, if you plan to stay here 7 days, don't give up until the end of the plan. You have to work hard. You get the benefit from it. If you do 3 days and say, oh, I cannot get it, that means you fail. You fail your belief or your sensor, because before you came here, you have your own sensor that you think that you come here and you will learn, you will change your life. You see that? Your own sensor, you have sensor by yourself, sensor from information that you got, right? That you have sensor. Like you love one lady, you have your own sensor. Why you love her? If you love her and you what? You have to change. That means your sensor very bad. If you have the right sensor, you will love her forever. You never change. That's love without condition. Okay. Don't give up. And then 18. Do your best and then let it go. That's the good way. Do the best and let it go. So I really love the Beatles song, Let It Be. Can you sing that song? That's very good meaning. The whole song, very good. Let it be. Yeah.
Between the 17 and the 18.
17.
Say,
don't give up. 17.
Don't
give up.
Do your best and let it go.
Let it go. Do your best and let it go. Because you cannot do better than that. If you don't let it go, you cannot hold it because the thing changes. It's moving all the time. You just stay in front of you. You see, I move my hand, finish. Let it go. I cannot do it again. Pardon? Not give up, but I do the best in front of me. Don't give up, that means you don't stop. You are doing that. You have your plan, you see. You have your plan to stay here 7 days. Why do you give up? You do the best today and let it go. Let today go.
So don't give up until you try your best.
No. Don't give up everything when you make decision to do it.
Yes.
You see that? You make decision, you want to do it. It doesn't mean that you have to do everything. Because you choose your own choice. When you choose, you do the best. Because you have your own sensor. You have information. You make decision.
And don't give up.
But you do your best. Okay. Then, what? 19. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. So I will ask you, who that you love the most? You yourself. If the children you say, I love my parents, that's not true. You love yourself by nature. When you love yourself, you don't buy yourself, you don't make yourself bad.
What about the concept of sacrifice? The concept of sacrifice.
Sacrifice?
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I understand that.
You say.
Sacrifice of what? You see, even the word sacrifice, that means to give to the others. Sacrifice. You see, the best thing you sacrifice ego. If you sacrifice ego, that's the best. No more ego, no more I, no mind. That's the most important sacrifice. No ego, no I, then no problem. You have problem because I. Because of I. No I, no problem. Only natural phenomena.
Yes.
No positive, no negative.
When you say that the person you love the most is yourself, this is ego.
Of course, at the beginning, because your feeling still, you feel that you have ego. So that's the process of development. At the beginning, you feel that you have ego, you have self. So Lord Buddha said, if you have self, you have to love yourself.
But you strengthen your ego this way.
Pardon?
You make your ego stronger if you give so much love of your own ego.
Again, when you interpret, you don't interpret in that way. Because the words, when you interpret, it's come from ignorance or come from the right wisdom. Even one word. If come from ignorance, that creates more problem. If come from right wisdom, that will solve the problem. Even the ego. When you feel ego, so you have to serve your ego, and you learn your ego, and then finally you know there's no ego. You see that? Will come up. That's depend on your what? Your right wisdom or your ignorance. Even the feeling of ego. Because feeling of ego come from where? Come from the basic instincts that all living beings have ego. So at the beginning, when you have that feeling, so you have to take care of your ego. You have to develop your ego. If you love your ego, you don't make your ego have problem. And how? And then you learn, you understand, you control your ego, and then you see that, oh, in fact, no more ego, that's delusion. Because you love ego, you study yourself until you see yourself. There's no more self anymore. You see that? This can go many ways. The words or the language. You use one word, interpret in many ways. So you interpret in the right way, and you can get the benefit from it. Okay, Bruno. So
can I say,
yeah.
When I don't love myself, I feel a little bit hungry, and then I need a lot of things and not to feel so much hungry. If I love myself, I don't feel so hungry, so that I don't need so much material things and so much physical.
Positions, affirmation. Affirmation?
No. So that if I feel hungry because I don't love myself, I always need that other people, they think I'm wonderful, I'm good, and I need too much from the other people. And I need too much material things because I don't love myself. Do you mean this? No.
Love yourself, that you have to make yourself better. When you love yourself, you don't make yourself problem. You have to study yourself, you have to know yourself. And you have to find a way how to get away from suffering, how to get away from problems. That's because of you love yourself.
When I say love myself, when I say to take care about myself,
you have to take care of yourself. Yes. You have to take care of yourself before you take care of the others. If you don't take care of yourself, and how you can take care of the others? Because even yourself, you got sick, you stay in bed, and how you can take care of your husband? You see, you have to take care. So start from you yourself first. Yeah, it's clear? Huh? It's okay? And then, the last one. Give back to society. Give, G-I-V-E, give back to society. You know the meaning? Give all back to society. But I will use this word, bigger than that. Give back to nature. That's the bigger one. Give back to nature. When I go to the funeral to have Dhamma talk to the people at the funeral, I will say, you want to give your life back to nature now, or you have to wait until you stay in the box. That means when you stay in the box, you have no choice. You have to give back to nature. To bury, to burn, or to anything, that's back to nature, all. You see that? That's too late. You cannot get benefit from that anymore. But if you give back to nature right now, that means you have no more selfish. Your life will live for the others. When you wake up in the morning, the people will think in two ways. Number one, today, what I can get. Or, today, what I can give. Bruno, how different? How different? When you wake up, you say, today, what I can give. And the other people wake up, what I can get. Or what I can take.
There is no middle way.
Pardon?
Middle way.
What is middle way?
Between
give and take?
Yeah.
But if you think that you don't want to take anything, that thing will come to you. When you don't want anything, if you get only little, you get a lot. Because you don't want anything, but still happy. If you want 10 baht, and you get 5 baht, that you get only 50%. You see? If you don't want the 0, but you give 1 baht, what happens? That you have 1 baht, that's a lot for you because you don't need, but you have it. That's the feeling in the mind, or the mind perception, the mind thoughts. You will see from there. When you don't want, you will have. When you want, you will not have. When you need more, you will have less. Isn't true? When you need more, you have less. When you need less, you have more. Right? Can you get that? So, when you don't need anything, you have everything. You have everything. Okay, I will say you belong to nature or nature belong to you. Tell me. You belong to nature or nature belong to you. You belong to the land or the land belong to you. You are the owner of the land or the land owns you. The land owns you or you own the land?
the land of
Yes, finally the land will own you because they will bury your body in the land. When you are alive, you think that, oh, this is my land, very small piece. But when you belong to the land, that means the whole world, the land is yours because you belong to the land, everywhere land. That's yours. You see that? Like me, I don't have a piece of land. There's everywhere in the world that belong to me. And that belong to the world. If I got married, that means I belong to only one lady in my family. But when I don't want to get married with one lady, that means I marry to the whole world people. All people, that's my family. You are my family. Why I love you? You see, you are my family. So, how big? You got to marry with only one lady, only small family. Huh? Daniel? Okay. The time is up now. 20.
No reproduction in this group. No family, no reproduction in this group.
I think you don't understand about that. Reproduction. I think you misunderstand, you know. Reproduction.
I only want to make this.
No. Do you know reproduction? Reproduction, that's by biological way. You can do in the tube, not sex. You know that? Without sex. You just put sperm and ovum, and you can do in the tube. So sex is from your mood, from your feeling. That's what? That's the wage, you know wage. When you work and then they pay you, and that's nature, pay you very little, but you work very hard to work for reproduction. You know that? Especially the ladies when they got pregnant. Oh, it's terrible. You have been through that experience, right? Or no? How about you? You have been through that experience. When you got pregnant, how many weeks? 40 weeks. 40 weeks. And terrible. Oh, when you sleep, you have to sleep like this. You cannot go like this anymore. Oh.
That's the best mom. The happiest mom.
That's why. That's the reward. That's the weight. Or that's the price that nature gives you very little. But you work very hard. Very hard work. So the ladies, yes?
And I believe since there is a problem of overpopulation and shortage of resources in the world, our duty to nature would actually be to not reproduce. So
No, I don't say that. You know, that's by nature. Very few people can refuse to do that duty. Nature, that's very powerful, you know. Why? What? That's psychiatrist analysis. What is his name? That he said about sex drive?
Right.
Freud. Sigmund Freud, right? Sigmund Freud said, all activities of humans come from sex drive. Isn't that true? It's true, but little. Not all. Not all. Not all activities. That's only one function. You see that? But Freud conclude that every activity come from sex drive. When you learn, you study, you will see. You don't believe Freud, but you listen to Freud. I read Freud, but I don't believe Freud. You know Freud? You know Freud? And I read Abraham Maslow. I read him, but I don't believe him. You have to look back about Abraham Maslow's life. Just horrible life. You look back. That his thoughts come out. Yeah. Yeah, the basic needs. The hierarchy of basic needs going like this. That's egoism. All ego. Come from the beginning, the basic one, what? Survival needs. That means eating. That means you have to eat. That's the basic instinct. You see? And the second one? Belonging. You see, the security. Security needs is step by step. You see that? That's really instinct. Up. And the last one, what? Self-actualization. That means full ego. So I criticize like this. I don't believe him. You have to free from that. And you know, when you study about human relations, you know, so they will use Abraham Maslow. Okay, a human needs what? The reward. When you go to see the people, you have to give things that you make human relations. That's crazy. You see that? That's the way that they teach in university. They use Abraham Maslow, basic needs.
Isn't that the same like you said yourself before? Like you have to provide for the ego until we get rid of the ego, which I believe he also means that by self-actualization, that at the end there is a lack of ego.
No ego at the beginning. You study, you learn. Finally you know there's no ego. But here, your ego is very big. You see, that's create a lot of problems. And then you will commit suicide at the end.
You lack of self-esteem.
Yeah, at the end. You know, there's two writers in Japan committed suicide at the end because they said, I finished. I'm the great man now, so I committed suicide. You know, committed suicide, kill himself. That's the greatest ego. So ego is, at the beginning you use ego, but you have to study, you learn, and then you know that you can get away from ego finally, that you're free from ego. But Abraham Maslow, that's create more ego until the end. Yes, I thought in university I will not teach like the people believe. I don't follow Abraham Maslow, but I bring his idea to teach my students. You see, the people think in this way, and the way that they teach, and the way in society, why the people have what? Argue, they have conflict, they have to fight, because of this idea. That's ego. If no ego, the people will not fight. They will love each other. They will share one another. You know that? But the knowledge in the world now cannot make that. When you learn more, you will have more selfish. You don't believe me? You learn more. You have more selfish. You want to get more. You want to take more. When you get PhD, that means you are very big. So you need what? The high position. You want to get the high salary. You see that? Is that true or not? Huh, Bruno? Okay. Thank you. Tomorrow I will talk to you about noble truths. Today is the end of what? 20 ways to happiness. Tomorrow I will talk about 8 ways to get away from suffering, not happiness. No happiness in the world. It's just get away from suffering. When you get away from suffering, that means you are free from all. But if you still need happiness, that means you still have suffering from the happiness also. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And do your duty from now. Walking meditation. Enjoy walking. Put your heart. And please keep silent retreats, because the name of the course is silence. Keep that. That's the good words and the important key. You hold it, you keep it, you look inside, look at yourself. Yes?
Ask a question to meditation. When you do the counting, after a while you don't have to think about the counting and the movement. It's just natural and just happens. The body does this test. And
So even if you are walking and counting, still be able to think other things.
No.
So I added.
No. That's not the way. That's not the way. You do one thing. If you're counting, you're counting. If you're walking, you're walking. Some people came to ask me, I have to do what? Watching my breathing and walking also? I said, you cannot do that. You do only one thing. If you're walking, you're walking. You concentrate on walking. You forget about breathing out, breathing in. When you're sitting and you do your breathing in and breathing out.
Counting, it goes by itself. Counting, the only part of my...
When you're counting, you're counting. You're counting with what? Counting with walking. Or counting with your breathing. Breathing in 1, breathing out 2, breathing in 3, breathing out 4, something like that. That you have to connect with that. Only one thing.
But also during meditation, should it be like an active paying attention, or can it also be passive, non-thinking?
Non-thinking?
Like a passive, when you don't think about it anymore, but you do it. You don't have thoughts at all.
Oh.
Is it like the active?
You afraid that you will lose of thinking? No. You will not lose. You can think, but you think with mindfulness. You understand mindfulness? And you know mindfulness, when you do meditation, you still concentrate on mindfulness. That means you know yourself when you think. You know yourself when you walk. You know that's what you are doing at that time. That's mindfulness. So the final goal of meditation, not meditation for meditation. Meditation for mindfulness. And mindfulness will bring the wisdom, the right wisdom to protect you from suffering. Okay? Yeah. Mindfulness, you have to have you on that. Do you know now mindfulness?
Yeah, kind of, but I'm always feeling stage when I think or when I don't think. But that's like...
When you think, you have to know that you are thinking. When you think, you have to know that you are thinking. When you feel, you have to know that you are feeling. What kind of feeling? You observe that kind of feeling, how influence to you, how influence to your mind. When you feeling bad, how bad feeling influence to your mind. Your mind feels comfortable or uncomfortable. Did you observe that? Yeah. And then when you learn, and then after that you will go away from that kind of feeling. If you're feeling bad and you feel uncomfortable, do you want that feeling again? No. You see that your mind will refuse. You will refuse by yourself. No one can order you. No one can command you. Even I talk to you, I tell you, you will not follow me. You have to follow your mind. You have to do that from your mind. Your mind will refuse, your mind will accept. You know, that's the mind is the most important. You have to see your own mind. Okay? So it seems that you don't know about the mindfulness now. So mindfulness is very important. You have to know yourself when you walk. Okay? Okay. Do your walking meditation. Anjali, Vantana, Apivat. Anjali, Vantana, Apivat. Anjali, Vantana, Apivat. Anjali. Okay? Enjoy your working.